the mystery of King Alalgar. In Eridug, Alulim became king. He ruled for 28,800 years. Alaljar or Alalgar ruled for 36,000 years. Two kings, they ruled for 64,800 years. It is important to note that Alulim and Alaljar are combined. In this video, I may have stumbled onto the reason why the numbers are so high. It reveals the opposite of longevity. After looking closely at the king list, it reveals the beginning of the decay of the kingship. The earlier kings live long lives, but as the list goes on, the kings are dying at an earlier and earlier age. One could say the kingship is rotten, a synonym of decay, and the meaning of Marduk, formerly Merodach, a word deeply rooted with Alaljar and the realm of Alulim. The Sumerian language related to the first king, Alulim, revealed the face, the presence, the powerful deceiver, the watcher, and his legion. The power of deceiving the eye, the power of the deceiving eye, the face of the deep and the netherworld. Here we acquire the appearance of this creature. There is a hidden narrative in the name of the king. The word Alal has multiple meanings depending on the context. In Hebrew, it refers to actions like acting severely, dealing with someone severely, or making a fool of someone. In Mesopotamian mythology, Alal refers to a kind of demon, a temptation demon, often depicted as a fearsome monster with animal features, the anthropomorphic Anunnaki. The greatest temptation on earth is to become king, with which the actions of a person become severe when dealing with someone. The variation of Alal is Allah. What? It's just a word. King Alulim is thought to be a Dapa, Enki, Awans. It is said that Awans, the fish god Apkallu, the bringer of wisdom, the presence of the deep that ascended from the sea, the Abzu, officially meaning the house of knowledge, alternatively meaning the opening for sin, Lord Zu. This must be the reason Abzu is left undefined. The meaning is Amun, meaning hidden. Alulim and Alaljar, two kings, ruled. I said they were combined, and here they share a familiar meaning. The name Awans is the root for John, the word John meaning grace. Additionally, Alal signifies beauty and grace, or meaning ascend, to go up. I thought the kingship descended from heaven. Here they ascend from the abyss, because Sumerian heaven is inside the earth, not inside per se, but overlapping our own realm. The Anunnaki appear to be interdimensional, or possibly part of a spirit realm, and through their ascension, in their evolution, they are being perfected, one could say beautified. Within Alal, we have the ascension of Awans, Enki, Adapa. In Hebrew, Alal refers to Poel, meaning to act severely, deal with severely, to make a fool of someone. Poal, to be severely dealt with. Hithpael, to busy one's self, to divert one's self. Deal wantonly, to deal ruthlessly. Abuse by thrusting through. And Hithpoel, to practice practices, to thrust forth in wickedness. The word Alal can denote a red rose, signifying beauty and grace, according to the house of Zelena. In Sumerian, it is much clearer. Alal, meaning pipe, conduit, gutter. A conduit for making libation offerings to the deceased. Alal refers to the ascension and the beautification of the temptation demon, and is entwined with offerings to the dead. In Sanskrit, Allah can refer to a channel or opening. If so, it is cognate with Abzu. Ab-ib, opening, window, niche, nook. Allah can also be used in the word alam, which signifies enough, adequate, or abundant. Cognate with Sumerian, lam meaning abundance, and netherworld. But notice how netherworld has been left out. Back to Sumerian, alam, alan, alag, image, statue, figure, appearance. The first name Alulim referred to the mane of a lion, the face, the presence of the deep. Now we have the appearance, the statue, the image of the face of the deep. Sin Zu can mean hand and voice, or teeth. Alulim is the eye of the watcher. We may be watching it build itself in the name of the king. The Ab or Ib from Abzu means niche, nook, window, or opening. The correct term would be channeling, to serve as a medium for a spirit, the spawn of venomous matters. Back to Sanskrit, neuter, spawn, venomous matter of animals. We are indeed manifesting a creature. Allah, the sting in a tail of a scorpion, or a bee. This is the ascension of Oan's, Iyar, the temptation demon. Next to the kingship, alongside wanton desires, is the desire for wisdom, to which many fail to see that it is the wisdom of the netherworld. And the purpose of the temptation is to trap you there, to open the gate. The Sumerian transliteration of Jah is Gar, the sign of a slave, a knob or pommel, a lock of hair on the back of the head, the sign of a slave. In modern times, that would refer to the man bun, a knob with a pommel of hair on the back of his head. The other meanings are early, words connected to the bull of the sun and Mercury. Thick milk, cream, or cheese appears to have no connection unless we are aware of the Sanskrit. Oh my word, there's a reason we all hated Jar Jar Binks. What does Binks mean? A table used for laying out items. It means altar, a Jar Jar altar. The Sanskrit word for jar can be derived from the word Jarjara, which means decayed, derelict, or dying. Similar to thick milk, cream, and cheese, decayed, derelict, dying. It can also be related to the word Jara, which means old. So it is the archaic king of the dead, the oldest decaying, dying, derelict king. It all stinks to high heaven. Again, from Sanskrit, the variation of Jar, Gar, has several meanings, including poison, sickness, a kind of grass, and a poisonous beverage. Alaljar, the temptation to poison. It may refer to Hirim or Hirin grass, which was said to have been used by Marduk to tie up prisoners, making them poisoned and sick, at which point they would bang their heads on the wall. The English word jar is thought to have its origins in the Arabic word jara, meaning a pottery water container. The demon jars of ancient Mesopotamian belief, and Greece no less. Sin Zu, meaning red clay, the oracle of the waters, the Abzu. In biblical times, a jar was a vessel or clay pot, imperfect and with defects. In Sanskrit, jar can also mean awake, stir, move, approach, that being the accusative, and the causative, to awaken, to set in motion. I do believe that there is some connection to the word Elu, meaning sleep, seven, and awaken the watcher from his slumber. All in all, the meaning of the names reveals the purpose of the Sumerian King List. So far we have Alulim Alaljar, from which I derive an unseen narrative. The powerful deceiver, the watcher and his legion, set in motion the awakening, the ascension of the temptation demon. It is similar to the 50 names of Marduk, from which I derived another unseen narrative, and is related to the ascension of the Anunnaki. This time I will develop the text as I work through the names, revealing the text step by step.